What's up, everybody? It's the Pirate Stacker coming at you. So this is a little different kind of video, and I kept on thinking I'm not gonna bother to video this, and then I've had some struggles with my health, diabetes in particular as of late, and I've really been working hard to reverse that myself. It just turns out I went to get blood work done, $540. My endocrinologist is $250. The meds they want to put me on is $500 a month. And it just became a situation where I just can't afford to shell out that kind of money to be fat and sick and diabetic. And so I passed on all that, and I decided now's the time. And so I changed my diet. It's actually, today is my 9th day of being carnivore. Carnivore being 100% meat. No carbs. However, there's a couple hidden carbs in a few of the things like the sausage that I have picked up. I won't be getting stuff like that in the future. And I was going to document this, but it's been a real struggle. Now, I did manage, when I started this 9 days ago, my blood sugars were 540. If you're diabetic, you know that that is astonishingly high, and that's not normal for me either. Those are the highest I'd ever seen. A little background, I've been diabetic for 11 years, type 2 diabetes. I had been on an Ozempic trial for 10 months. I got off about 2 months ago because it made me just sick as could be, and I hated it. And I was finally like, you know what? Even though it controlled my blood sugars very well, it made me have awful symptoms, side effects. And so I got off of it, and my blood sugars skyrocketed. And it wasn't that I was eating a bunch of candy bars or anything like that. I think it had probably inhibited or made my body worse receptive to the glucose. I don't know what, but I've never had consistent 500s. In fact, typically the highest I'd ever seen was mid 300s before going on the Ozempic trial. So I get off, I have consecutive 500s. I'm like, I gotta see the endocrinologist. They set up the appointment. They want blood work first before they'll see me. Yada, yada, yada. Big expenses. Now I'm eating 0 carb. The first 2 days on it, it did not even bust me out of the 500s. And I was like, what is happening? Obviously, high insulin resistance. Super frustrating. And, you know, I was taking my blood sugar 3 or 4 times a day. I use a simple little deal like this. So as I've gotten into this, and I've been trying to monitor and see, you know, I was drinking some sugar-free Gatorades in the beginning, 0 calorie, but of course those hidden sugars, they actually convert to real sugar, real glucose, and they spike your insulin. And so there's been a real trial and error going on. And my sister-in-law, she actually has one of those things on your arm, like that. And I was like, that would be so helpful to have one, to be able to be like, what's spiking my blood sugar? What's working? What isn't working? What does exercise do for me? You know, to actually know in real time and see that stuff. So I call my endocrinologist and I'm like, hey, because my doctor's worthless. Well, first off, I go online. I can't find anything available without a prescription. And I'm like, that sucks. So I call my doctor. Doctor's like, we won't prescribe nothing. See your endocrinologist. So I call the endocrinologist. Can you just prescribe this for me? It would be so helpful. And they're like, absolutely not. Not until we have the blood work and we see you in person. And again, I don't want to shell out all that money. So my wife actually found this company, Lingo. And this isn't an advertisement for them. I'm not being paid anything by them. But this is that sensor, and it comes with the applicator and the whole thing. Apparently the sensor lasts for 2 weeks. It was $49.95 for one sensor with 2 weeks, or $89.95 for two sensors for 4 weeks. So I went ahead and did that to start with. I was happy to pay it. It came today. I ordered it like 2 days ago. It came UPS today. So I'm super pumped. I just did the applicator. I put it on the arm, and there it is. It's updating for an hour, and then I can start getting readings straight to an app on my phone. Really simple and easy to upload. I don't know how it's going to use or act from there, but I wanted to document this so I could keep track and show you in a video, because I don't know if there's some of you out there with type 2 diabetes that are struggling in your own battle. And if there is, then I want to be able to say, hey, there is help. And, to me, getting real-time data, when I go take a walk, how does that impact my numbers? If I eat beef versus fish, or if I add dairy and have cheese, what does that stuff do to my blood sugars? And again, I'm going to continue with the carnivore, zero carb. I'm looking to do meat. I'm getting now in a position where I'm doing single items, right? I don't want sausages that might have fillers. I don't want to do bacons that have things in them. So I'll be looking for clean bacon, but I'm mainly eating steak, ground turkey, ground beef, chicken, just single items, right? I'm cooking it up, and we're going from there. So I'm going to track this. I'm going to be back with an update once this is rocking and I can see the app, tell you what's going on, and hopefully, again, this helps one of you in the community. If you've been wondering, how do I help myself? This is my journey for my diabetes and getting my numbers right. So we'll be back. All right, so we're learning as we go. I have a reading. It says greater than 200. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, give me my reading. I'm trying to get a reading, right? Come to find out, apparently there are limitations. Now, most of the CGMs, that's continuous glucose monitor, most of the CGMs I started researching, they will go up to 500 or 600 even. Mine apparently goes to 200. So there's the downfall of Lingo, the over-the-counter, or the one you can buy online without a prescription. And it's a pretty big downfall. As I pricked my finger to take my glucose monitor, it said I was 255 currently. So that would make sense. I'm over 200. Let me show you what it looks like right here in a picture, a screenshot I took. So yeah, there you have it. It would have been nice to have been able to utilize that. I mean, if it was reading me now, that would have been really helpful, because I could have began tracking my numbers. What is my plan B? Well, my plan B is I'm going to have to fast to get my numbers under 200 so that I can utilize this monitor. Of course, it's only good for 2 weeks, 14 days. So that's the plan as of right now. We'll see what happens with it. Tonight I have a birthday dinner with the mother-in-law at Roadhouse. So I'll be eating steak tonight, and then I will start a fast until I can get my number below that 200 mark so I can utilize the app. I'll keep you posted as we learn more. All right, so I am back. Next day. Last night, yesterday, my blood sugars did start to show up, and it did chart, but once I got after dinner, I was able to try a couple of things out yesterday. It had come down. I chugged a sugar-free Gatorade, just a small one, 0 calories. Immediately shot me up, and I'd come down quite low, but it had shot me up. I was at 170 and it shot me. I did it all in one gulp. It shot up over 200 about 60 seconds after I finished drinking it. So sugar-free, the fake sugars might as well be real sugar. My blood sugar reacted immediately. But I was able to watch it chart through dinner and all of that. It did come down relatively quick. Super useful having this thing on. I did get some clear things that go around it to hold it on, because I did yank this out of my arm hitting a door jamb. So that's not great. Today, I woke up and I was over 200. That's all it would show me. I did prick my finger. I was actually at 238. And it took me all day. I did have lunch. I skipped breakfast. I had lunch with fish. I only got grilled wings, no sauce. I did eat them with ranch, which technically usually doesn't have any carbs. If so, it's less than 1 gram of carbs, because it's mostly fats. And I don't normally eat that way. Right now, I'm really eating pretty strict meat, eggs. Been leaving cheese out of it for the most part, and dairy out of it as well, although I will get those once my numbers regulate. It wasn't until this afternoon that the monitor kicked back on got below 200 again, and that was probably maybe 3 o'clock. Now, I'd heard exercising, of course, is great for your blood sugar. It will immediately react, and it did. We take a 1 mile lap around our community. It's exactly a mile. Takes basically 20 minutes. And as soon as I got back, I went from 196 all the way down to 152. Significant drop. What really surprises me is how quickly your blood sugar will come down and go up. Literally, it reacts so fast, like huge swings. I mean, you'd think maybe it dropped 10 points or something. It's dropping like 40 points. And it's doing it in the course of a couple of minutes from when we got home. Like within 5 minutes, it just kept going down. So that was fantastic to see. I'm gonna put a picture of what it looks like now that it's charting. If I stay below 200, I'll have nothing but a whole reel. And it will give you a daily snapshot, which will show all of the tracking it's done. I just haven't had a full day of being monitored because I've been over the 200 limit. But here's what it looks like on my app right here. So the synopsis, again, I am using the Lingo. This is an over-the-counter. It only goes to 200 blood sugar instead of the typical 600 because it's not prescription and Big Pharma has a lockdown on them. They go to 600 in Europe. America will let them sell only if they go to 200, and they are not effective for most people. Total BS. Yes, it sucks. Hopefully Trump can do something about that. My synopsis of this, I love it. I love seeing how my blood sugar reacts immediately, real time. I have found that eating, pork rinds? Eating pork rinds, that has not altered my blood sugar at all. I've had a single piece of Trident gum. It's 5 calories, supposed to be like 1 sugar alcohol or something. That did not alter my blood sugar at all. So it's nice seeing these little hacks. That little piece of gum. If you haven't had anything sweet for like a few days, and today is my 10th day doing carnivore, that one little piece of gum at night, instead of snacking, I'll pop one in, and it's just like a once a day thing. I gotta kick it, but I'll chew that, and it really is satiating. I mean, I'll chew every little bit of flavor and sweetness out of that. And it is a nice treat. I currently just drink coffee and water. That's been tough, but you get used to it. 10 days in, I will say the carb and sugar cravings are less for sure. I'm trying to get the glare out of my glasses. The carb and sugar cravings are less for sure. Feeling good. Diversity of meat is huge. Being able to have eggs, have steak, having ground turkey, having some bacon, that has been fantastic. I've found the pitfalls to be in sausages. It's kind of dirty, right? They have filler. They tend to have other things in them, nitrites and different things. So I'm really leaning in towards just eating the single item. It's bacon or it's ground beef or it's turkey instead of the hodgepodge of a sausage or something of that nature. Is this forever for me? No, but I have committed to at least 30 days carnivore to see how it reacts with my blood sugar. And I up to 90 days carnivore to see if I can get off my meds. That's my goal. Currently, I'm just on metformin and a water pill, also a high blood pressure pill. But I'm maxed out on metformin, 2,000 milligrams a day. I'd love to kick all that if I can by eating healthy. And that's the only reason I'm sharing this journey with you guys. I'm doing it real time. Weight loss, immediately, my first few days, I dropped like 6 pounds within like 3 days. But I've just been maintaining. Now I have been eating anytime I'm hungry or snacky. So I haven't been regulating my calorie intake. Currently, I'd say in 10 days, I'm down probably 8 pounds. So I feel good. I feel kind of empty, feel kind of strong. My only workouts as of right now is walking because I'm really concerned about my neck to do any weight training. I don't want to bring that issue back on. But in any case, there it is. I hope this helps somebody. If you're wondering, how do I get my blood sugars under control? Man, this beats pricking your finger 5 times a day all the heck. And you get real-time data. So as soon as you eat it, you can see if it spikes it now or 5 minutes from now, if it drops it now or 5 minutes from now. This has been really fantastic. And it pairs with the free app, so it tells you everything. That's it. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you to everybody for watching. I know this is something a little bit different, but this is what I do on my channel. I share parts of my life with you guys, and if I can help anybody, that makes me feel good about it. I certainly don't need any sympathy. I've put myself in this situation. It is what it is. But again, I appreciate all of you guys and your kind words. Have a great rest of the weekend. See you next time. Pirate out. Arg.